King Jesus, King Jesus. Okay. Hey, this is part 2 of the report I just did on the collapse of the building in Lagos, Nigeria, due to this strange secret aircraft that passed over the building 4 times before it collapsed suddenly. And in this video, I want to compare the building collapse of this building in Lagos, Nigeria, to the Building 7 collapse of the World Trade Center, and see if there's a similarity to this. Okay, so let me just describe what is reported in Russian media, or purported to be Russian media. What does it mean? It says some things that I wanted to go over here. It says that this report was circulated by the Foreign Intelligence Service in the Kremlin, and that the U.S. government was behind the horrific September 12th attack that utilized the much-feared Jericho weapon on the Synagogue, Church of All Nations in Lagos, Nigeria, or SCOAN as it's called. And it has a website called Emmanuel TV, Emmanuel.tv. And it left over 40 Christian men, women, and children dead. According to this report, as it's stated in the What Does It Mean website.com, Nigerian authorities had become greatly alarmed over the unprecedented rise of the Ebola virus in West Africa, and have strongly advised all Christian churches to stop their communions over fears this practice will spread the disease. But the Synagogue, Church of All Nations in Lagos, Nigeria, not only refused to stop their communion rites, but also began operations to help the victims of Ebola in other neighboring countries, which the Joint U.S. Nigerian Army Special Operations Command deemed a national security threat. In response to the Synagogue Church of All Nations in Lagos, Nigeria, refusing to comply with the government directives, Ebola directives, the Russian military intelligence analysts said that on 11th of September, a highly secret armed U.S. Navy Lockheed C-130 Hercules aircraft assigned to Fleet Logistics Support Squadron 62, that's VR-62, nicknamed the Nomads, departed from its Florida base at Naval Air Station Jacksonville and landed at the U.S. Naval Expeditionary Base in Camp Lemonnier, located in Djibouti Ambuli International Airport, which is the primary base of operations for the U.S. Africa Command, AFRICOM, in the Horn of Africa. The report states after refueling, U.S. Navy C-130 departed Camp Lemonnier in the early hours of 12 September and flew to Lagos, Nigeria, where from 11:30 to 11:54 Central European time zone, it circled the Synagogue Church of All Nations in Lagos, Nigeria compound, then departed after the church was destroyed in what is described as an implosion-type event occurring at 12:44, as evidenced by security camera video. It says the report notes that the implosion of the Synagogue, Church of All Nations compound was nearly identical to the destruction of the infamous Building 7 on 11 September 2011, thus bringing the fears that the U.S. Navy, in its Nigerian attack last week, used the same type of directed weapons technology to kill these innocent Christians. Now let's look at this Building 7 collapse. Now, all of this is compiled footage. It's available on YouTube, and I'm going to put the website below. Obviously, there were many cameras that day on the building because the previous collapsed buildings. Okay, so there we have that. Now let's look at the video again of the collapse in Nigeria.
AV footage, September 12, 2014. A strange aircraft flies low over a building at the Synagogue, Church of All Nations multiple times before the incident. And after the incident, the strange aircraft does not return. September 12, 2014. Take note of the upper left-hand corner of the screen. A strange aircraft flies over the building at the Synagogue Church of All Nations before the incident at 11:30 a.m. Minutes later, the strange aircraft flies low over the building before the incident, 11:43 a.m. Just 2 minutes later, the strange aircraft returns and flies lower over the building before the incident, 11:45 a.m. 9 minutes later, the strange aircraft returns and again flies low over the building before the incident, 11:54 a.m. This is the moment of the incident.
Okay, so now I've showed you the comparison.
After the incident, the strange aircraft does not return.
So I've showed you the comparisons between Building 7 and the church in Nigeria. So now I'm going to get to part 3 and discuss some of the technology, some of the reasoning behind why these attacks occurred. Well, the attack in Nigeria.